Welcome, everybody, to my first ever live stream on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Professional wrestler, comic book collector, video game enthusiast, Zach the Ripper Comics here. And this is our first live stream, a blunder already, on YouTube as we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody that's been a part of this journey so far. It's been an incredibly fun little ride. I mean, I can't believe we're already, going into month 3 here in a couple weeks with the channel already. I see that some of you have joined, so I want to just, acknowledge you guys so far. Aaron, hey, what's up, buddy? Tony's here, guys. These guys, thank you for coming in. I very much appreciate it. We're also going to be doing a live day after Smackdown review within the stream. I know AEW Full Gear, their pay-per-view's happening right now. I know that there was a speech by the new United States President-elect Joe Biden. I believe that's done, so hopefully everybody turned that off when that was done. And we're going to welcome, Zach the Ripper Comics here on the YouTube live stream. Yarny's here. Yarny, say hi. He's been a little shy, ever since the Pound and Polar incident. And speaking of Pound and Polar, that's the final thing we're celebrating here tonight with their new limited edition winter flavors. There's 4 different ones. I have 6 of all 4 here tonight. I think we pound one. We have Concord Clementine, Ginger Peach, Blackberry Citron. That's interesting. And Pomegranate Apple. So I will let you guys decide which one we go with first. I'm excited for all 4 of them, to be honest with you. Yarny's like, oh, hey, I'm just here in the corner. Yeah, Yarny, he's in the corner. He's not in the corner in the room. He's not like Baby. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. But, yeah, he's just, like I said, he's shy ever since the whole pounding, pounding the Polar incident. Super chat from Anthony Ushak. All right, I'm a bow out. I feel like that should be a new Zach the Ripper Comics shirt. All right, I'm a bow out. Maybe Yarny or myself scooting off the deal. So what do you guys want to do? Ginger Peach, Concord Clementine, Blackberry Citron, or Pomegranate Apple? I'll let you guys decide. Hair's a little wild tonight. A little wild. Let Yarny pick. I don't have any way of doing that. Look, this is just a regular YouTube stream. There's no OBS. There's no Twitch. We don't know what we're doing. This is Yarny and I. It's a guy and his yarn. Like, this is where we are. Pomegranate Apple. Pomegranate Apple it is. That's actually the one I've been most excited about, as I love pomegranates. Polar, Pomegranate Apple. Little live ASMR. Going in. So immediately, incredibly crisp, as Polars tend to be, but I was expecting this, and so far it didn't disappoint with the winter flavors to have a little bit more crispness. That's delicious. I'm going to give this 10 out of 10. This is where like some graphics would come up like a party. Super chat from Anthony Ushak, another $2. Thank you very much. Tall boys. Yes, these are tall. I can do a little Comparison Jones here for you. Remember Comparison Jones from Star Wars? See, it's a lot taller. I believe it's still 12 ounces. So what are we doing here, But think about like the medium Red Bull in your hand and then take that thought and drink it. And I do have a little table set up back here. It's the Zach the Ripper Comics official pounding Polar table. It is purple. And as we pound, we're going to put some cans down. What are you guys drinking tonight? Jarek Rivers, long and thin. What are we talking about? I can't do my zoom in. We talking about the can? Yeah, absolutely. Long and thin. Want to get in there? You want to hear it? Sounds good. It sounds good. Jockstrap. I'm assuming you're calling Jarek jockstrap. If so, I support it. So while there's dead air, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. There's 5 of you right now. Amazing. High numbers we do here at Zach the Ripper Comics. I guess I'll start off with a little bit of Smackdown. So last night they had one of the fastest moving episodes of SmackDown in a while, and they've been pretty good in the past few weeks, but it was incredibly fast moving, but half of it really was just boring. So to start things off, they did a rematch from Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown Women's Championship, as Sasha Banks was defending her championship against the former champion Bayley, who again was in the street clothes that she wore at Hell in a Cell. I figured that was just for the street fight aspect of Hell in a Cell, but she wore it in this regular match, so that's kind of weird. Bayley usually has pretty awesome gear. Don't want her wearing street clothes. And the story is that Sasha has been able to win championships throughout her entire career, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, you name it, and she never is able to hold on to a championship for more than the first defense. The only belt she was able to do that with was the SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Women's Championships, but of course Bayley was her partner, so she had her first burp of the night, but she had her to rely on. So anyhow, match is actually pretty good, minus a few really messy choreographed spots that tend to happen in every Sasha Banks match. Not throwing shade at her specifically, but yeah, I mean, she does these odd, usually head scissor takedown moves to the outside and stuff that just never go well. But pretty good match. Sasha Banks gets the win, ends that chapter of her and Bayley, and is then attacked from behind on the stage by Carmella, who's in her new character. They repackaged her. I think she looks really good. Her outfit is very Missy Hyatt meets Francine-esque, and it looks pretty hot. That was an awesome repackaging, re-debut for Carmella. So let's go here to the Chizat. Jarek Rivers, jockstrap equals full support. I'm going to say full support of Zach the Ripper Comics, since you're here. And Anthony says, like, you fully support Ripper. I'm about that life. Aggressive. I agree. The aggression era. Speaking of ruthless aggression, that ended a couple months ago on the WWE Network, and you're supposed to get another 6 episodes this fall, and they never came. So where are they? Eagles news now. Chris Wilde with the $2.99 super chat. Chris, thank you very much. I know you're going to be busy with your pops today, but I really appreciate you jumping on. And you suck. Ian, Anthony Ushak, ENN wrecks your life and leaves. Eagles news now. Need that burp in slow-mo. I can't do it in slow-mo. Like, I could put the chat in slow mode, but that doesn't slow down the video at all. Hard candy. Yeah, Chris and I were hard candy. I just uploaded that yesterday, actually. The the one night where hard candy was perceived as the straight guys. What? Jockstraps don't always offer full support. That's true. The burp was aggressive. I agree. It was good. Coven came instead of the burp. Or what am I doing with my hands? Funko Pops. Funko Pops. What are we talking about Funko Pops for? Aaron Connor with the super chat. $1.99. Ginger Peeps. That's not what it says. Ginger Peach shotgun style. I didn't finish the pomegranate apple yet. All right. Let's not make this a habit. Can I taste it first? Just to get the taste, since it's a limited edition winter flavor. Polar.com. No. Just pretend. Just ignore him. Again, he's embarrassed from the whole pound in your Polar incident. So the less you talk about him, the less he'll make you feel uncomfortable. Ginger Peeps, I feel unsafe. Sure. All right, let me just get a taste. Do you guys? I don't even know if that's where the microphone is. All right. Wow. So I've had some other off-brand, nowhere near as good as Polar seltzers that had a ginger something, a ginger pear, ginger peach. They were all incredibly scratchy right here. This is really good. It goes down really well, like Eagles News Now, right after dinner. And all right, I gotta pound it, right? Shotgun style. What do we have going on? He doesn't look embarrassed. Taste the ginger peach for 3 seconds. That's not where that's not where the mic is. Oh well. I need Dragon City. Oh, I don't know Spanish. Chris, can you translate that for me? Holds it up in the air. I don't know. There's a camera there. I'm not using that though. I'm using this, but I don't believe the audio is from that. All right, here we go. Anthony Ushak, super chat, $2. Seltzer is spicy water. I like that. That sounds like a George Costanza-ism, doesn't it? That sounds like something Costanza would say. It's not the salsa, the seltzer. Okay, shotgun. This, I'm not good at this stuff. So let's just do it. That's good stuff. Can you guys see it? Yep. That's the Pound Your Polar comic table. There you go, Aaron. Elsa, Polar 2020. I agree. Anybody that's out of the United States, which I don't know if I do, 125 people here. Thank you guys for joining. I see the chat's moving. I'll get to that in just a second. Anybody that's outside the United States, I'm sure you guys know. I don't know how you couldn't at this point. But the presidential election was just going on. It's all anybody's been talking about. But it ended today. Joe Biden is the new president. I won't get into politics, but I will say this. I said it on social media earlier. That Polar makes you stutter. That I'm not about politics. I'm not about religion, but I'm about equality. I'm about peace, and I'm about love. So I hope that regardless of who anybody wanted, that out of this, we get to a better point within the country and within the world. So anyhow, forgot what I was talking about. Oh, anyhow, new president. So Polar 2020, I agree. Polar 2021, Polar 2022, whatever. Let me scroll up. Eagles News Now. He's drinking cherry limeade. That's a good one. I like that. You doing can or plastic? Do you have a favorite comic book writer, artist? I love the Dawn of X titles. That's from Elsa. The Dawn of X stuff has been really good. It's like a year in, and they're bringing another X title to it. So basically, what happened in Marvel 2018 is that the entire universe kind of collapsed, and then they're rebuilding every single X-Men book from scratch. Completely new history, completely new origins, the whole nine. So that's a really good choice. I think my favorite comic book, like actual story ever, is The Killing Joke, the Batman story, Alan Moore. It really inspired the Michael Keaton movie, which at the time was groundbreaking and dark and heavy. I think that's my favorite story. You said writer and artist. I'm a huge Todd McFarlane, both writing and drawing. I love Todd. The Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld time period in Marvel in the late 80s, early 90s was fucking awesome. Freaking, I can't edit it. It was awesome. So, awesome question. That took longer than the election results. What took longer than the election results? Biden. Sorry if anyone isn't from the USA, but I'm so happy. It's all good. Yarny 2020. Polar and Yarny. What, I mean, come on. Am I right? Is Anthony right? Aaron, $1.99 super chat. Perfect. Perfect. Little Street Fighter reference. Shane Bazooka Joe's not here. He would be pissed. The Street Fighter reference. Oh shit. Sorry guys, I'm having to scroll here. I'm actually going, can I slow the chat? Can I do that? Slow mode. I'm putting it on slow mode just because I ramble and I'm trying to get to everybody's stuff here. When's your next match? When are you going to fight Kevin Owens? My next match, I don't know. So I've been out of wrestling because of an injury, and I haven't divulged publicly what exactly the injury is, but it's been over a year since I performed. And I don't know, just basing it off of the injury, and because I don't know where wrestling's going to be by the time I can come back. I know that the two big ones in the United States are still going. I personally think now that the election ended the way that it did, that you might see some big changes coming to what WWE and AEW is even allowed to do. But I don't particularly agree with companies running just yet. I think athletes and pro wrestlers and people like that tend to, and myself included, tend to feel like we're invincible. And we sometimes do dumb things as a result of that. So I think the wrestling business as a whole, and now we're seeing it with the NFL, kind of thinks they're invincible. And that's not the case. When am I going to fight Kevin Owens? I would love to, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But thank you for asking. Yarny is immediately embroiled in a sex scandal and is forced to resign in disgrace. Is Yarny the president or vice president? Because if Polar's involved, then Polar's, you know, some scandal action. Scandalous. Ugh. Ugh. Always pounding Polar. I miss the Attitude Era. Most people do. Like, that's what everybody clamors for. But I personally, I think the Ruthless Aggression Era was way better than the Attitude Era. And I was part of that audience. I was 13 for WrestleMania 13 in that huge Austin Brett match. I was 14 when Austin and Shawn Michaels fought each other. Like, I was with that. I was getting in trouble in high school for telling teachers to suck it and giving them the crotch chop. So Attitude Era was awesome and it did its thing, but it'd definitely be better than today. But I kind of like the end of the Hogan era, beginning of the new generation. There's a time period in there, I would say like 92 to 94, that I really would like to have back. Anthony Ushak, $2 super chat. You guys are freaking awesome. He just says love. I don't know what that's in reference to. Eagles news now. I won't get into politics. Talks about politics. Things Zach Connor says. Laughing my ass off. When ice? Interesting. When is ice? Glad to catch the live stream. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Let me real quick while I'm catching up. So another thing that happened on Smackdown was an awesome backstage promo, like that aired not on TV, but strictly online earlier in the day. That should have been on TV. Natalya went up to Adam Pearce and was going off on him that she should still be in the Women's Survivor Series match and blah, blah, blah. Fantastic little promo by her and the character. She's much better without Lana. And she was begging to be on the team, and Adam Pearce says that he's going to put her on the team if she would just stop talking and let him speak. And then she says, don't patronize me. So she wants a match to determine that. Well, she ends up in a three-way with Ruby Riott and Zelina Vega when she could have just been on the team anyhow, in which the winner moves on to join the Women's Survivor Series team. Ruby Riott ends up winning, which is the biggest shocker. Also, where's Liv Morgan? And Natalya is now complaining again. So expect this story to continue next week where she gets another chance to be on the team. Just wanted to bring that up real quick. Let's see. Rip, what flavor are we pounding first? Well, I've already done two. I did the ginger peach and the pomegranate apple. I don't see anybody mentioning a certain one, so I'll go blackberry citron. This is the one I'm actually least excited to try because blackberry and seltzer doesn't usually go well. That's a great sound. Cheers. That's oh, by the way, ginger peach, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for ginger peach, 10 out of 10 for pomegranate apple. Blackberry citron, that's a swing and a miss. I'm gonna go 2. That's a swing and a miss. Can. Oh, you're drinking out of the can? Nice. AEW. Oh, Zack the Ripper Comics greater than AEW Full Gear. I agree. Although I will say this, as far as AEW, I watched their buy-in, their preview show to their pay-per-view. It's like their free event they do on YouTube right before the pay-per-view goes on the air. Is like one last let's grab you and get somebody to purchase it. And I thought that as a preview show to sell the pay-per-view last minute, I thought that it was really good. The graphics for the pay-per-view, the name is stupid, Full Gear, but the graphics are good. And the stage is set with gears all over, very cool looking. And they had one match that was really solid by a friend of the show, Serena Deeb, the NWA Women's Champion, successfully defended her belt. Tony Schiavone was on commentary. He's really good, especially before JR comes out and kind of takes the reins. And I don't think JR's at the point in his career where he should be doing that. But I thought their presentation as a preview show and as a last-minute sell was really good. It reminded me of UFC fights. So I got to give kudos to AEW on that. Ting Hu Lee, congrats on 1,000 subs. I'm one of them. I followed you when it was just your wrestling, laughing my ass off. I like the new stuff. Congratulations, Zack the Ripper. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. You're one of the originals. AEW sucks. Polar. Yep. Oh, well, Narco Dai. Thank you for that. Let's see. It just moved on me. Comic books greater than AEW. I agree. NXT better than AEW. It definitely used to be. I think they're kind of on the same shitty level now. What are we talking about? You just asked the question. So, I mean, we were talking about, to be fair to you, I was talking a little bit about Smackdown throughout the show, doing a live review. We can talk anything, 1,000 subscribers. We are doing a Polar Party, the limited edition winter flavors. This one I'm not too big on. It's really bubbly. Like if you had seltzer and a Mentos in your mouth. Like that's what it's... Not a fan of that one. Swing and a miss. Comics, I'm not a bot. Well, I mean, you saying you're not a bot kind of says you're a bot. But thanks, bot. I know you bots comment on my videos sometimes, so that's cool. My shotgun. My shotgun? What are you talking about? How come you don't have any new matches? As far as like recent in time, like 2020, I haven't wrestled since 2019 due to an injury and COVID-19 happening. If you mean uploaded, I just uploaded one yesterday. Eagles News Now is in the chat. That is Chris Wilde. He and myself were in a tag team match on that one, so you can go check that out. Horses. I agree. I agree. This is me not commenting. I hope you I assume that's when I was burping. I hope you throw up. Thanks for being honest in your WWE reviews. Tired of people like What Culture that just kiss ass Ripper. Well, Chris Wilde knows this. I cannot stand What Culture. And if you aren't familiar, What Culture is like a United Kingdom equivalent to TMZ. And they have different subsidiaries, wrestling, movies, video games. And they are very kiss ass, incredibly kiss ass. And I'm definitely not. I don't have any dogs in the race. You rock, Zach. Do more live streams. Thank you. I appreciate it. There is no K in my name, though. Bazooka Joe is protesting in front of the White House as we speak. What's he protesting over? Did his pre-order get canceled for PS5? Look at my hair. Dumb. Do you have a favorite TV show? The Office. Absolutely. Mr. Bob Backlund is here. Wait, Bob Backlund's here? Aaron, did you bring Bob Backlund in? Or are you saying, Ying Shen, that you are Bob Backlund? Jury Elizabeth, or is artistry? Easy for me to say. Little peace sign guy. Right back at you. Wait, is this isn't peace, because this is like the rapper thing. Like, do I have to do it this way? Which one? Is it this one? Aaron Connor, $5 super chat. Thank you, dude. If you could, growing up, what has been your favorite moment in comic history that made you feel emotional when reading? I think the first time I ever felt emotional from reading a comic was the death of Superman. So, like, I got into comics. I remember my first comic still. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutanimals Annual. Again, easy for me to say. And that got me into comics. My mom, our mom. I was at the mall with her, and in the stroller. That one's for you, Mom. And she bought me a comic book because it had the Turtles on it, because I had been watching the Ninja Turtles on cartoons. So, like, that got me hooked, and I was really hooked. But as far as feeling an emotion other than, like, this is awesome, like a kid, I would say it was the death of Superman, because that was, I mean, Superman he's unbeatable. And yeah, in the recent years, they've come up with all these fancy ways to injure him and make you doubt. But back then, there was no doubt. And there was no overarching stories for Superman. Each issue was its own contained story. Superman, somebody's in trouble, usually Jimmy or Lois, and he rescues them at the end. This was the first time that somebody kicked his ass, destroyed the rest of the Justice League in the process, and very much like a DBZ arc, to be honest with you, where Dragon Ball Z, where the villains usually go through everybody in the show. That would be a meme if I was making a video. And eventually, succumb to Goku. And right after Superman was killed, like the next year, Batman gets his back broken, and it was just like kept going from there. So, awesome question. I'm going to say the death of Superman. I drink a Polar before a match because it really packs up. It does. It does. We got to get this one going. $232 people here. Thank you guys for coming. That's really awesome. 4 thumbs up. Come on. There's 200 and some of you here, and there's only 4 thumbs up. Up thumb it. I was up above it. Pound some polar. All right, I'll pound some polar. Anthony Ushak with the super chat. I want to shout out to some of my patrons that are in this chat tonight. You guys are awesome. They get shout out to the end of every video, and all my patrons on the tiers that you support me at, you now get free merchandise as well as all of the other things that are in there. Feel free to hit up the patreon.com/ZachTheRipperComics. You can check out all the different tiers that we have, and on there, it'll show you the different merchandise that you'll be getting. And also in the description of this video is the Teespring store where you can buy a Barrett barrage of Zach the Ripper Comics merchandise. It really helps me out as I am doing this full time right now, and it would go a long way, and it's pretty cool. And. What's your name? Stan. The DX skit. Chris, was that Scotty Too Hottie in that when Sean was super kicking people? Not Scotty Too Hottie. Scotty Charisma. Was that Scotty Charisma? Why don't you mention the Freak? Because you just did. What's the best comic ever? Stan Lee is a god. That's your opinion. Cool opinion. Anybody can be a god if you have the right belief in them, right? What's the best comic ever? It depends. You know, we can talk about like Action Comics #1, Detective #42. My personal, like, what I think is the best book ever is I'm going to say Amazing Spider-Man 300. Because in 82, was it? They did Secret Wars, and that's when the symbiote came, and we got the black spider suit for the first time. And that story, like, it's remembered by everybody as like, oh, the symbiote and Venom and blah, blah, blah. But they were well apart, like the two stories. The black suit was a failure, and it was only done to push toys, completely failed. And it was only when Todd McFarlane got the helm of Amazing Spider-Man that he developed the symbiote coming back and then becoming the Venom thing and so forth. And that started around Amazing Spider-Man 300, amazing cover also. And it's the first appearance of Venom in that issue. And I think villains were done completely different after Venom. So I'm going to say best comic ever, Amazing Spider-Man 300. Adam Pearce is a good guy. Why do you like Roman so much? Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Aaron, for doing the Roman meme. Why do I like Roman? What's not to like about the guy? Good-looking dude, great hair. He can go in the ring. Everybody's like, oh, he can't work. He sucks. He's John Cena. Look, John Cena is one of the greatest of all time. He literally had the greatest run on top ever. So John Cena does not suck. Sami Zayn sucks. Kevin Owens sucks. They don't draw money. Roman Reigns draws money. Look at the ratings they've been getting. And everybody says ratings don't matter anymore because everything's DVR'd. Okay, whatever. But the DVR are taken into effect. So, but the matches that Roman has are phenomenal. And the stories that he can tell are phenomenal. So Roman Reigns is an absolute badass. He's great in the ring. He's become a monster on the mic, doing very little. I mean, that's what Jake the Snake said, you know? So Roman's amazing, and he's drawing ratings right now when nobody else is. Do you like Roman or no? Thoughts on the new president? I don't do politics. I said it earlier that I just hope we enter into a better place as far as peace, love, and equality. Yes. I don't know what. Jory, what did you say yes to? Don't honk your horn. I'm on television. Mr. Bob Backlund. How great was that? This guy's actually running for council back then, and he's filming a commercial. Somebody honks their horn, which in my history, like, you know, if you're doing a commercial or you're, you know, trying to get people's votes, honking their horn's cool. This dude honks his horn, and Backlund flips out on him. Speaking of Backlund, I should probably do another little SmackDown gimmick here. What do we have? Big E, remember him? Had an awesome street fight with Sheamus just a few weeks ago before the draft. Ever since the draft, he has not been on TV. The guy's having a successful transition into singles competition while the rest of New Day is on Monday Night Raw, and they don't put him on TV. But he returns this week, sitting Indian style in the back, playing Trivial Pursuit with one of the stupid freaking geek writers. Street Profits come into the picture. They ask Big E for some advice on how to beat his buddies, the Raw Tag Team Champions of the New Day, at Survivor Series in the battle for brand supremacy. And of course, New Day or Big E's not going to give them real advice. So he walks away. In comes Billie Kay, who's characterless now since she was moved to SmackDown after being split from Peyton Royce. And she offers them an 8x10 of her and says she'll give them all the Raw info they need. I'm thinking this was supposed to be a sexual thing. It didn't play off as that. She just looked dumb. They looked dumb, and the segment ended. So, who cares? Segment of the week. Warrior Comics. Warrior Comics, awesome. BBW greater than DBZ. Coming from Chris Wilde, I can trust that. Anthony Ushak, $2 super chat. Who is your fave TMNT turtle and why is it Raph? Who is your daddy and what does he do? 1 second. For you guys that are texting, I'm getting everything on the it's alerting me. I can't see it. Do like a new group chat or something. Raphael's awesome. Like, Raphael's a badass. Just watched TMNT, the original 1990 movie, 2 nights ago. And the movie's fantastic. And they do a great job. Like, Raph isn't the leader, you know, as far as an example, as far as the ultimate student, the ultimate pupil, it's Leonardo. But Raph doesn't have the quality in him to lead by example. He knows how to give an order and take an order, but he can't lead. And he has an arc in that movie where he finally lets Leo be the leader. And when it comes time to fight Shredder and, you know, the Turtles need someone to run forward and charge him, it's Raph. And when Raph goes down, it's Leo that freaks out. Nope. It's Leo that freaks out. So Leo embraces his anger that he learned from Raph. So it's a cool little arc. Raph's just cool. Red's a cool color. Not as cool as purple, but hope I answered that. Chris, nothing is better than DBZ. Yes, Scotty Charisma was a UPS guy. Yeah, he got super kicked. Anthony Ushak, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. What's the most difficult wrestling move? Blah, 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 blah. Wrestling move to execute. Guys, start a new group chat. Conquered Clementine. Hold on. What was your question? Difficult wrestling move to execute? Man, look up on YouTube after this live stream the Scott Steiner driver or screwdriver Steiner. Chris, what's that called? This, whatever it's called. It's awesome. And I would not take that. Difficult move to execute? I don't know. I don't do stuff that's difficult to execute. If I don't think I should do it or can't do it, then I don't do it. I'm going to say shooting star press. Ask Brock Lesnar. Jarek. All right. Yes to the peace sign position. Oh, it should actually be downwards. Like this? Or do you want it from the front? That's what she said. What comic story that hasn't been told yet do you think could make a great movie? That's Jarek with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Jarek. that hasn't been told yet do you think would make a great movie? Honestly, if it could have been done correctly over a 3-movie or more period of time, I think the Age of Apocalypse, the original Age of Apocalypse storyline from 1995, would be absolutely incredible. Other than that, maybe the Messiah Complex, also X-Men, from 2008-ish, somewhere around there. The Cable Hope storyline. Cool question. Thank you for the super chat. Raph equals Zach 1995 vibes. I like it. It's Raph, not Ralph. Oh, it does say Ralph. Good old Raphael. 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 Glad to catch the live stream. I am not sure what your name is, but it looks cool. It's called the Steiner Mangineer. That's not a word. Deadpool kills Marvel. I do not like the Deadpool kills and Punisher gimmicks and Ghost Rider Fernum Schnabitz. They're like, I like the what if stuff, but, and I know that's a version of it. I don't know. It's just lame because they got to kill so many people too quick. Which flavor are we pounding first? Thank you for joining, but I've already pounded 3. Right now we're on Concord Clementine. Did I try it yet? I don't remember if I tried it yet. I'd say that's a 4. So we're 50, we're 50-50. We're 50%, half. Ginger peach, 10 out of 10. Pomegranate apple, 10 out of 10. Blackberry citron, I think I gave that a 2. Concord clementine, I'll go 3. Polar, I liked 2 out of the 4. So that's the flavor. Manginer. 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 Oh, that was good. The Steiner Manginer. Steiner Manginer. Oh. All right. Chris Wilde wins the internet. We can all leave now. AEW sucks. Is that over? What's going on in the AEW pay-per-view? No, it's a real question, I promise. Got him. Yeah, you got Rick rolled. Oh, man. Oh, man. Going back to Smackdown, because we haven't finished that yet. I promise it was a faster moving show than it's taken me to do it. Baron Corbin, Boring Corbin, the King. I thought for sure 3 weeks off TV we would get a repackage. And he's still the King, still boring, horrible gear, horrible physique, whatever. He beat Rey Mysterio, who, what the hell was he wearing? Everybody's wearing street clothes now. Come on. Put some gear on. The only time it made sense was what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago with the Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens tag match. But whatever. He's wearing stupid gear. Seth Rollins, of course, has to come ringside. Dominic Mysterio has to come ringside because this story that was interesting back in August, we're now into November, is still going on. So then we have Aaliyah and we have Murphy. Murphy, it's you. We have Murphy. So everybody's bickering with each other. Bickering with each other. So, of course, Ray gets distracted because he's been in the business for 42 years, had 372 knee surgeries, and he still doesn't know what's going to happen when he turns his back to a heel. He gets distracted. Baron Corbin beats him. So Baron Corbin's on the Survivor Series team with Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. Whatever. Zack the Rubber Comics, greater than AEW Full Gear. Starting to think something's up here. What is your favorite female-based comic character, and what are your thoughts on my personal favorite, Jessica Jones? Jessica Jones, I honestly have never read, and I have not seen her TV show. I've had a ton of people tell me that it blows, and I've had a ton of people tell me that the show's really good. And I remember the first Jessica Jones comic was that like 2006, 2010. It was a time. It was sometime. I was told that's really good. I haven't read it, not because it's a female or anything like that. I just haven't. That's cool that it's your favorite though, and she's Marvel, so that's cool too. Favorite female-based comic character. Honestly, it was Catwoman. Like my whole life, I loved the comic book adaptations of Catwoman, but recently, I know my buddies in here can attest to this. I'm a huge Punchline fan. I have every book that Punchline has been in this year. I have her T-shirt that I've worn in many of my videos. I have a T-shirt up right now on the Zach the Ripper Comics eBay page that's unopened and sealed from Comic-Con that you can buy. Oh, fuck. Punchline's awesome. She started as the girlfriend, the new girlfriend of the Joker, and I'll leave it at that because it's best to kind of go explore that material yourself. Awesome question. Did you notice that the texture on the back of the PS5 controller is little square triangles, circles, and X's like the gamepad? No, I did not. Where is it? Oh, Yarny has it. PS5 DualSense. It does not look like that to me. I don't think you guys will be able to see. No. I do not see the icons on there. You good, Yarny? That's cool, though. Maybe I just can't see it. Jessica Jones is badass. Hate that Netflix got rid of all their Marvel content, but I get it. So, did you watch the Jessica Jones show, or are you saying as far as comics? Side note, are there any of those toys behind you, any toys that I may have broken? So, what my brother's referring to is that I went to Florida in, I don't know, like 93, and Aaron would have been like 4 years old. So I go to Florida to visit some family, and I had a huge bag of all my figures. There were some wrestlers. There was mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and some X-Men, G.I. Joe, that kind of stuff. Mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I come home, and my brother had broken all of the arms and legs at their sockets and their joints, and I had no figures to play with anymore. And it's funny to look back on it now, but it was really messed up. I was really upset and really pissed at the time. At 4 years old, I don't think you know what you're doing, but if you did, it's fucked up. Are any of these? No. None of these would have been. Actually, maybe the original White Warrior. He's the champion right now. Probably, maybe the original White Warrior, which I think might have been yours, though. I remember there was one year I got Hulk or you got Hulk, this one, and I got Warrior, you got Warrior. Dick move, though. Favorite female comic character? Cyclops from... Speaking of Cyclops from X-Men, the dude that played him, and I'm blanking on his name, I'm sure you guys will know. He was fantastic in Sonic the Hedgehog movie. You remember, Chris, remember when I was selling everybody on this movie? And like, as soon as I loved this movie, the entire world went to shit. Like, The Fiend got destroyed by Goldberg. And then, what's that thing, CERN? That CERN facility fucked everything up. And then COVID came and the whole nine. Sonic is the best movie of 2020, which is the best movie of the decade now. So think about that. Think about that. Truth at Eagles News Now. There's also a matte texture grip on the back of the controller featuring a design based on the PlayStation's iconic buttons. The internet lied to me. They might have not lied to you. I might just not be able to see it. I thought when the patent was put in for this, we saw that come out last year that it had that on the back. So I just might not be able to see it. Maybe if I pound some more of this. False stop. Zach. Finish the polling. All right, what's next? Pomegranate apple. Ugh, blackberry citron. Ginger peach. Concord clementine. Anthony Ushak is fake news. Oh, speaking of fake news, did you guys hear that Trump is starting his own news network now? That's legit, by the way. James Marston. Yeah, James Marston. Yeah, Cyclops. But he was really good in Sonic. Yarny is really making me uncomfortable. He's staring into my soul. Again, if anybody's just joined or just, seen it, Yarny's embarrassed. He's joining it. He was hoping for a super chat, and he's a little embarrassed from the whole being caught pounding my polar. Not my polar. You know what I mean? Do you have more polar? Yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot more polar. I don't like the skinny polar cans. It reminds me of Hogan's face off the gas. Look at it. Here's when Hogan started getting off the gas, his 93 figure. Well, you know something, brother. I can't believe it's not brother butter. I'm opening ginger peach, so. God, you love that. Where's the mic? Is it over here? Tony, is the mic over here? There's a mail-in vote with Yarny's name on it. That's harsh, brother. What's harsh? Have you guys noticed Yarny moves once in a while? No, he doesn't. Does he? One of the Eagles News Now videos had a ghost in it. I think it was a PWI Piper magazine. I don't remember what video it is. Eagles News Now will be able to tell you. And like we're watching the video, and all of a sudden the magazine starts moving in the background like this. Yeah, I think I saw him wink about a minute ago. Where is he winking from? His eyeballs? He does, and he's telling me to do things. Yeah, there's a ghost in my house, legit. I believe it. You brought it with you from our old bachelor pad, the Camden house. Okay, I'll turn slow mode off. Slow mode's off. Anthony Ushak with the super chat. Thank you, dude. You really don't have to do that. I think the hairs in my nose are starting to grow back. It's annoying. Do you believe in ghosts? Seriously, I do. I 100% believe in ghosts. When Chris Wilde and I had our bachelor pad, I would literally, and he can attest to this, we would literally hear footsteps coming up and down stairs. And it was only like that upstairs area, sometimes in the kitchen. I had a female over one night, and the female said that she walked into the kitchen and the fridge door was open. Now, did Chris Wilde leave it open? Did I accidentally leave it open? Did this person leave it open? I don't know. But I believe it. So, yeah, I do. And thank you. Emotions. I believe it knocked us out for hours. Chris definitely left the fridge door open. Chris, did you? We woke up on the floor the day after we first moved in. Yeah, true story. So back before we were all advanced alpha males drinking Polar, we would drink beers. Beer, usually like some Millers or PBRs. And one night, and our first night in our bachelor pad, the first day, we move everything in. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're like, you know what? Let's pound some beers. Let's relax a little bit. And we didn't have a couch or anything at the time. Like we had just moved everything in, but nothing was set up. So we're just hanging out on the floor, hardwood floors. That's what she said. Ugh. And we passed out. Woke up the next day. Never ate dinner. Never got to go party. Horrible. We all learn to sleep at some point. That's true. I'm torn between Storm and Mystique if we're talking female characters from X-Men. Are you talking comic books, animated shows, series, or the movies? If we're talking movies, I like Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique better, but I think they gave her way too much screen time. And that's not against Jennifer Lawrence. It's just that the character Mystique didn't need that much screen time, especially in those movies. Her story had been told already. Storm, I liked everybody that's played Storm, to be honest with you. I loved in the newer ones, the young girl they had with the Mohawk, the 80s Storm Mohawk. Storm was really cool. Storm is an Omega level mutant. Maybe we're originally supposed to get a origin movie of hers. Maybe we'll finally get that here soon. Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique is awesome. My favorite female comic book character is Bernice Huffnage. I don't know what that is. What is that? X-Men was my first actual comic book back in the day. That's awesome. Do you remember anything from it? Aaron Connor Super Chat. What's your fave anime? What all have you watched? Come on. Come on. Don't bullshit me. I mean, the favorite's got to be Dragon Ball Z. Like, that's by way of you. That's what got me into anime. And I know, like, hardcore anime people they're going to say that, oh, you got to see this. It didn't even come to the United States. I get it. Like, people do the same thing with wrestling. I don't care about Timbuktu wrestling in an egg dome. Don't care. So I'm going to say Dragon Ball Z. And that new one that I was watching. What was his name? What's the Netflix one? I forget the name of it. But that one was really good. And those are probably the only ones I've watched. Keep your foot off that blasted flange. I know. The freaking flange will get you into trouble. Right, Yarny? That's Duckman's wife. Good old Duckman. Anytime I see a meme or anything of Duckman, all I think about is Monday Night Raw from like 93 to 95. Duckman was awesome. All right, let's get back to some Smackdown. And another men's qualifying match for the Survivor Series team in the battle for brand supremacy to determine the best of the best. Former Mr. Money in the Bank Otis took on Seth Rollins, the savior of SmackDown. This went exactly how you would expect it to. Otis sucks, so he's going to do the job. The Mysterios and Murphy, everybody wants to get involved again because we're still doing this. And in the end, it looks like Murphy advertently helped Seth win. The commentators pointed that out. Obviously, that's not what's happening here. It's a part of a greater scheme for Murphy to infiltrate Rollins. Just challenge him to a match. You're a pro wrestler. Just challenge the guy to a match. Like, if you don't like him, just challenge him to a match. Just challenge him. Just challenge him to a match. So Seth Rollins is joining the SmackDown Survivor Series team. Otis is kind of a cuck. Baki. Yes, Baki. So, Chris, I think you would like this, Tony. I know Aaron's already told you about it to death. If there's anybody else in here, we went down a little bit in our chat numbers. Is what it is. I thank everybody for being here. If you haven't watched it, it's called Baki on Netflix, and it is gruesome and it is well drawn. The animation's phenomenal. The art's phenomenal. The voice acting's phenomenal. And you can watch it Japanese or English, right? I obviously only watch English. Naruto. I just said it wrong, didn't I? Naruto. Menudo is how you say it. Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden. Otis is a nice guy. He just doesn't want. He doesn't just want to challenge him. He wants to get in his head. My favorite anime is Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. What's that guy's name again? I don't know. The Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. Duckman reminds me of Raw. Kung Fu: The Legend Continues reminds me of WCW Nitro. Like, ugh. What are we doing? Ginger Peach. Take a look at it. It's a mukbang of Polar tonight. What are we saying? The only anime I've seen is that of the adult variety. So what's your favorite one? Hody Do Phone Me. David Carradine, yeah. Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, David Carradine. How much does that guy weigh? Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Like, if Coco Beware can go in the Hall of Fame, why can't Art Donovan? Good old Art Dono. Good old Dono. Dono. David Carradine again. Yep. David Carradine Part 2. Yep. He's so handsome. David Carradine. Look up David Carradine and then look up the tall man from Phantasm. It's like the same guy. They went to the same barber. Horrible. Horrible. Thank you guys all night so far. We've been on for an hour already. I really appreciate the super chats. You guys are badass, and I appreciate it. The final piece we're going to talk about relating to SmackDown tonight is everything throughout the show bundled into one in relation to the Universal Champion Roman Reigns, the guy that I really like, Paul Heyman, his advisor, and Jey Uso. As you know, they had the Hell in a Cell match. Jey lost, so now he falls in line to the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So he's been reluctant to do the bidding of Roman, but last week he destroyed Daniel Bryan, put him through multiple tables. So he's really fighting these emotions of doing what Roman wants versus what's doing right. So we see in the beginning of SmackDown, Kevin Owens rolls up to him, and Kevin Owens, as always, stirs shit, just like he stirs his soup and stirs his Jell-O and stirs his cereal. I mean, this guy's moving on. He did join me on SmackDown last week, though, so that was cool. But Kevin Owens makes a joke about Jey Uso getting Roman's coffee. Jey gets pissed. Kevin walks away. Paul Heyman shows up, having heard what just went down, and says, you can't let these people make a joke of your family. Roman's going to be pissed, blah, blah, blah. Roman ends up telling Jey that he cannot make a mockery of the bloodline, the Samoan dynasty. So he says that Jey has to go right the wrong, convinces Jey that Kevin Owens was making fun of the family. So we have our main event, Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. Little interesting caveat here to all this is that Roman showed a lot of anger towards Paul Heyman for even letting Kevin Owens speak his mind and say things that were out of line towards Roman and the family. Skip to the main event. Actually, a really good match. Jey Uso really turned it up a notch and was clearly showing as the superstar here. Kevin Owens just doesn't have it. Looked horrible, but he was passable in the fact that it was entertaining, going to the point of Jey winning the match with the big Samoan splash off the top after Paul Heyman came out and kind of made Jey embrace his inner heelness. So now we have Jay standing side by side with Roman, kind of realizing that people aren't going to fall in line, so he's going to have to force them to do so. And we see Roman with a really cool smirk, letting us know that, hey, he's running the show. He's the tribal chief. He's the head of the table. That's it for SmackDown. As far as a grade, on a live stream, I can't really reach out to the dean. So we'll just have to give it what I thought. I don't know. I guess a C. C's okay. We'll go C. SmackDown was a C. Did you guys watch any of it? What do you think? I want to pull up, going into another thing we do on the SmackDown episodes every week is the YouTube comment of the week. This week it comes from Brian Joseph. Brian Joseph, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel and for leaving the comment. He says, let's do some fantasy booking. Already I'm in. I'm excited. Elias and Jeff Hardy in a hornswoggle on a pole match with Ricochet on guest commentary. And maybe have the 24/7 championship change hands, easy for me to say, as a side story during the match. Obviously, this would involve Hornswoggle taking the title. You know what, Brian? I know you're expecting me to crap all over it because I don't like Ricochet. I don't like Elias. I don't like Jeff Hardy. And I can't stand Hornswoggle. And I don't like the 24/7 championship. But I'm going to take the high road. And I think it's just, I mean, for all this stuff about Hornswoggle, I think it's just real short-minded of you. Back to the live chat. Barely, and my mom threw it out by accident. Oof. Go Finn. Go Finn. Go Finn. Go Finn. Who is the ugliest man alive, and why is it Luis Guzman? I don't know who that is. And that seems kind of mean. Luis Guzman. I'll look him up. Luis Guzman. The Snickers Batwing guy. I mean, come on. I'm not going to say somebody's ugly. That's mean. Brian Jovis is his boy. Brian Jovis, you have a fan. There was a time where you loved Swoggle. No, there was not ever a time I loved Swoggle. Kento Sai. Good old Kento Sai. What's he up to nowadays? Is he Hornswoggle? Let's finish off this ginger peach. You see that? Looks good. Concord Clementine, pomegranate apple. Let's get blackberry citron out of the way. Oh, sorry, Arnie. That exploded. That's what she said. Ugliest man. Come on, man. What if he's in here? What if he's in here right now? Ugliest man alive? Come on. That's not nice. That's your boy. Remember when? Oh, man. So we had a wrestling show, and Chris Wilde was driving the ring truck when he was a student, paying his dues like we all do. And in the back of the ring truck with the ring were two other students, Slacker Martin and Kento Sai. So already, just having Chris Wilde in the driver's seat, I think Jeremy Havoc, Jeremy Trojan, was with you. He's driving the truck, slamming on the brakes nonstop. So all you hear are these guys in the back, cussing up a storm. They're getting hit with wrestling ring poles and all kinds of stuff. Fantastic story. Oh, good stuff. Yarny is all wet. Yeah, he got wet on that one. I exploded that polar all over his little face. Me too. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Kento Sai? Are you serious? Yeah, Jarek is the ugliest man alive. That's true. I don't even know, actually. That's not nice. I don't know. I don't know. It says there's 60 some people here. So what do you guys think? You want me to call it or you want to keep going? Anything you guys want to talk about? Do you, and if you did, when would you and why? I don't. But if I did, I would probably whenever. And because. All right, Ripper, I'll bow out. Well, thanks, Jarek, for joining. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it very much. Hope Tamiflu as well. Never, for any reason, yeah. Don't ever, for any reason, under any circumstance, no matter who wants to harm you. Good old Michael Scott. Come on, man. Like Michael Scott, amazing. Never for any reason. How do you think the election results will affect the Dow Jones? I mean, what's the equivalent of Stanley Nichols to a Shroot Buck? Who cares? Do anything. Oh, like you're fucking puppet master. Do anything. Let's talk office. Let's talk office. What is my favorite office quote? It's that's what she said. I mean, come on. Steve Carell is getting royalties. Like he invented it. It's his. He owns it. Yeah, definitely that's what she said. Michael Scott's the man. If I were alone in a room with Toby. Don't continue saying that, but yeah, that's a great one too. Things happen, YT. Hi, Zach. It's April. What's up? April. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. We've been in here for an hour and 12 minutes already. Oh my God. Just pounding Polar. I'm drinking this one. I have these here and then more down here. And these are the ones we've done so far. Pounded 5. These are the limited edition winter Polars. This is Blackberry Citron. I'm not a fan of it. April. Are they good? Blackberry Citron is like a 3. Concord Clementine. Oh, no, it's like a 2. Blackberry Citron's like a 2. Concord Clementine's like a 3. Pomegranate and apple, 10 out of 10. Ginger peach, 10 out of 10. So it's half and half. When you buy them, you do get all 4 flavors. I got them from boxed.com, boxed.com. I don't get anything for you going there, but if you want these, they're pretty much the only place that sells them. What are you guys drinking over there? I hope it's Polar, but if it's not, that's fine. I'll just boot you from the chat. Pound and Polar, you know how I'd be. Yep. Aaron was that's cool. You guys are getting to talk to each other. Tonight's Polars are a split decision. They are. Yarny has a fat ass. Love it. I mean, what? Am I the fat? Are you saying like I'm Yarny's fat ass? I'm sorry I don't have it set up to where it looks like I'm looking at you the whole time, but I gotta have to look over here. Raspberry lime. I am not a fan of raspberry lime. Although earlier I thought I wasn't a fan of cranberry lime, and it might have been just because of a certain medication I was taking at the time. So I don't know. I'll have to try it again. That's cool. Cherry lime for me. I don't see that chat about Yarny. Yeah. Eagles News Now said it. Yarny has a fat ass. Love it. Better than lime. So you like the raspberry lime better than regular lime? Better lime is awesome. I mean, better lime. Regular Regular lime is better. Yarny, see the best. I see what you did there. I agree. Grapefruit is disgusting. No way, dude. The ruby red grapefruit's awesome. It's just never in stock anywhere. Grapefruit is the worst thing that ever happened to the earth. Oof. I disagree. Grapefruit's awesome. Things happen. YT with the super chat, $5. You rock. Send a little keep it up gimmick. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, April. I can't. He looks like the cricket mascot. You're the worst thing ever to happen to Midgar. Is it because I didn't finish Final Fantasy VII? By the way, Aaron, Chris Wilde was a huge Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1 guy. Talked about, like, one of the first times we spoke to each other, he talked about the game and getting the t-shirt for pre-ordering, the whole nine, right? He loves Final Fantasy, played 15, loved it, blah, blah, blah. So 7 comes out. First off, there's a free demo, refuses to play. Refuses. Game comes out, refuses to get it. Just a couple weeks ago, it was down to like $29. He won't do it. Can you tell him that it's really good, even though I didn't finish it? Grapefruit is like God said, let's take an orange and make it taste like vomit. That's actually pretty funny. But I don't know. I like grapefruits. I think they're good. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you. No, that was to Tony. Oh, okay. Don't. I've been busy writing my memoirs. What chapter are you on, Chris? What chapter are you on right now? Final Fantasy VII greater than Chris. I know. I know once I play it, I will obsess over it. Here's the thing, too, dude, is that I think I last touched chapter 4. Like, the progression system is really intuitive, and it's not like you don't need a strategy guide. At least I could be wrong. At least where I am in the game, like, it's common sense. You just play. Like, you don't need to memorize a ton of stuff. Like, RPGs and like the Final Fantasy series overwhelmed me so much when I was young, and it's one of the reasons I couldn't really get into 7, despite how beautiful it looked. I think you'd be okay. I'd call it pepperoni dog fart. What's that? Grapefruit is pepperoni dog fart or Final Fantasy 7? I can't get into Final Fantasy. See, Tony, but you tried 14. 14 is not like 7. 7 is, just think of it like I don't know, an Uncharted in fantasy. Like it kind of guides you through it and holds your hand, and it's way different. It's not at all open world or anything like that. Tony, you have to let Final Fantasy get into you. That's true. Pepperoni Dog Fart is my band's name. That's cool. Best part of 7 was Macho Warrior. Not WrestleMania 7, Final Fantasy 7. I agree. Best part of 7 was 100% Macho Man Ultimate Warrior. Tell me if you had this. For Easter, because like our parents would give us like little gifts for Easter, like some figures or comics, or this year was a VHS tape. It was 92, because it was the year after that WrestleMania, which was 91. And I got this white tape. It had a white border, and Hulk Hogan was slamming Slaughter and Adnan's heads together, and it was WrestleMania's greatest matches. And on that was the WrestleMania 7 retirement match with Macho and Warrior. I watched that over and over and over and obsessed about that match. I don't care what anybody says. Ultimate Warrior is awesome. As you can see, where is he? Right here. Good old Warrior. We know Macho Man's awesome, but Warrior gets a lot of hate. And like, Warrior's amazing. And anytime WWE puts out anything Ultimate Warrior, of course I'm going to rush out and pick it up. Ultimate Warrior stuff's awesome. Ultimate Warrior was awesome. Aaron got me infected with Final Fantasy a long time ago, and dog fart is grapefruit. April, did you play the new Final Fantasy VII, the remastered one? Zach, what are you listening to these days? More like, who have I been listening to? Who have you been listening to? Yeah. Final Fantasy greater than Dragon Quest. Aaron, you're dead to me. I will agree with that just because I haven't played enough Dragon Quest games. Hold on. And all the little warriors rise up from the ashes. Yes. Do it. Do it now. I'm not interested. I haven't played anything in months. No time. Really? What has you so busy? Like, that surprises me that you don't have any time for games. And like, I would think you'd make time. I know you are. I think last we talked, we got you the PS4 for Christmas, and I think you were playing. I forget. What were you playing on your laptop? I forget. I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. I agree. But now, in just a few days, today is the 7th. Yeah, in just 3 days, LC Bray. Yeah, LC Bray, the stranger, is going to finally explain. And we get that gun back as an exotic. Anthony says nope. Yeah, he's done. I played the hell out of everything you guys got me. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. That's cool. Did you enjoy it? I don't remember what games. I don't remember, but did you enjoy it? Is there anything you liked best? Never going back. I'm out of the abusive relationship. I guess it's all in how you look at it. To me, it was never abusive. When I didn't like it, I just stopped playing. And then when I wanted to play, I played. But I get it. I think you've had a lot less time to play games in the time that you were playing Destiny. So, yeah, I mean, if you have minimal time and you don't like what you're playing, then don't play it. I still love you. Yarny greater than Kazarni. Oh, yeah, Kazarni's horrible. After this live stream, go Google Kazarni or YouTube Kazarni if you don't know what we're talking about. Horrible. Destiny greater than Grapefruit, greater than Dragon Quest. I agree. And maybe you're coming around. ET greater than Destiny. What? No. Few free games that came with the box, then brought several other games and TV shows. Nice. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you got some use out of it. I got a ton of use out of my airplane sounding, jet sounding PS4 Pro, which I think was my second PS4. So I had the Destiny White Edition and then PS4 Pro. Yarny greater than absolutely everything. I agree. Look at this guy. You see him? Do you see this guy? Just kidding. Greater than Yarny. You know what? That one's hard to press. I'll tell you the one thing that is better than Yarny. And oh well, I'm sorry. Polar. Not this flavor though. Let's pound this. Pomegranate apple. Best flavor. Woo. Did you see that? Chris Wild, earlier you said it packs a punch. I agree. He's blushing. He is blushing. Turning red for the camera. I'm blushing a little too. I watch wrestling with my grandmother. It's interesting. Really? Do you? Is there somebody that you like? Is there a certain character you like or dislike right now? God, please vomit. Okay. Let's do some snack talking. I'm always down for snacks. Snack on Doritos Sweet Chili. I think Aaron will agree. Best flavor of Doritos. As far as the flavors that are always available. You know what I mean? Of course, Jumpin' Jack Flash or whatever that was. That's a movie. That's a Whoopi Goldberg movie. But like there was a Doritos Black Bag Jumpin' Jack back in the 90s. Really good. I mean, there's some other Doritos flavors, but like I never had the Mountain Dew. Did any of you guys get to try that Mountain Dew Dorito? Gross. Sweet chili, phenomenal. I don't have any snacks. I have Polar. This is what I came to do. We're on Twitter. I told Polar I'm having this party. Looks like they sent people and then took them away. We playing tonight? No. I'll watch it with her. She likes watching the women beat each other's asses. As do I. Just in general, I don't like most of the women's matches. The thing with them is that they try to choreograph way too much stuff. Like they try to do way more than they need to. And they don't need to. I wish they would just realize they just don't need to. I came here to do two things, pound Polar and kick some ass, and I'm all out of Polar. I'm not all out of Polar, but I love that movie, They Live. I just asked somebody the other day about that movie if they've seen it. I don't remember who. My brother, maybe. Does your chair say Fortnite? It does. It does say Fortnite. There's a character in Fortnite, I think, named Raven, and this chair was modeled after her. I dig the colors. It's my colors. But this was a gift from my brother and my stepdad, stepbrother, and my mom. Pretty cool. I do not play Fortnite, though. Raven Simone. Yes, it was Ray. It's Raven Simone, brother from That's So Raven. Yeah. And she was the baby in Cosby Show. So because my poll was so successful, are you guys more excited for PS5 or Xbox Series S/Series X? And if you are more excited for PS5, are you going to go with the physical edition or the digital edition? And why? The freaking chick with green face paint is her favorite. Oh, probably Asuka. I can hear her shouting down the hallway. That's cool. Yeah, Aaron said Asuka. PS5. Bill Cosby. Now there's a role model. I agree. Google Stadia. Why are you excited for Google Stadia, Jarek? If you did not know, and you may not because they haven't told you and there's no games available, Google Stadia launched over a year ago. PS5, physical. Let's get physical edition. So why physical for you guys? Ugh. Ugh. I like how robust the player base is. All right. Jarek, you'd probably like Avengers. You should try out Avengers on your Google Stadia. Want to be able to play my physical games. That's a huge deal because in years past, I used to be a store manager for GameStop. In years past, when a new console came out, you could go take, and I know a lot of people don't like to, but you could go take all your old gen, current gen, whatever you want to say, system and games and controllers and go trade it all in and get sometimes almost full price in credit towards the new gen console coming out. And now you don't have to. You can hang on to your PS4 or your Xbox Series 1X. The names are horrible for Microsoft. Come on. They don't need to be as boring as just numbering it, but come on. You don't need to do that now. Like now we have backwards compatibility again, and you can just take your PS4 discs and put them in your PS5. So I totally get that. Physical greater than digital. I agree. I miss the old physical YouTube, though. Remember those days? Yarny greater than physical, greater than digital, greater than grapefruit, greater than Dragon Quest. I agree. The Xbox X Series box, next box X Flex tape. Yarny has Tony's soul at this point. You guys are a fun bunch. Hyde lied greater than Final Fantasy. I don't agree, but Hyde lied inspired Legend of Zelda, and Nintendo fanboys aren't going to want to hear that, but it's the truth. I didn't know PS5 even existed till I saw a Burger King freaking commercial. Are they? Is there a tie-in with Burger King and PS5 now? Are they giving away a system? That'd be interesting if they're giving away a system, because supposedly they weren't even able to make the amount that they needed to match pre-orders due to the pandemic and having to move the uh, manufacturing from China to Taiwan. Yeah. Huh. Zach, remember you and me going to Burger King on Cambridge? Of course. Absolutely. That was the first time I had the chicken parm chicken sandwich. They called it something, the chicken Italiano or something like that. Very good. And usually the go-to back then when they didn't have that was just the old chicken fingers, not these chicken fries. Chicken fries are not good. They're disgusting, but the chicken fingers were real peppery, like spice. My mouth's watering. Let's quench that. Oh, they were really good. And, all right, I'm all caught up. Got me feeling it. Caught up. The damn virus is some bullshit. I agree. I mean, like it's real, obviously, but it's affected a lot of people, and it's humbled a lot of people too. Like you don't take certain things for granted anymore. But there's also things that we can completely learn and adapt from this. Like myself, when I'm out in public, I don't care when they tell me it's safe to not wear a mask or not. I'm still wearing a mask. I like that. I like that I don't have to interact with as many people now, and I'm more aware of my surroundings, and I'm more aware of um, sanitization in public places now. You probably have to pee so bad. No, I'm good. I'm old, but not that old. When people curse, it doesn't show up in the group chat. The group chat, like on your phone? Have you? And if you have, when and would you again? I did. I did this time. And since I have, it was when I did it, which is what you're asking. So I can't say whenever. Like a day ago. Would you again? No, it wasn't my thing. Besides the fear of freaking dying, I'm good. I'm more afraid for Frank and mom and my grandmother. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, they say that it's not affecting older people as badly. So, and they take a ton of precautions. So I'm sure they'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about that. Let's pound some polar, right? The Rona. Yep. You have to change the filter to live chat. What are you talking about? Me? I don't know what you mean. Does it change the filter to live chat? Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay. Not for me. Yeah, I agree. Asuka is awesome. I met her. Yeah, nice. That's cool. Yeah, Asuka is awesome. Asuka has an awesome YouTube channel. A lot of it's in Japanese, but she does subtitle it. A lot of the subtitles are really funny, and she knows that. Uh, she is a really cool person. Chris Wilde has said nothing but great things about her. And yeah, check out her YouTube channel. It's really funny. Trust me. If you like all of my slow motion stuff, you'll like Asuka. I've heard that polar makes you immune to the coronavirus. I have heard that also. I'm not going to confirm or deny it though. Run on polar mad at me. But yeah, I've heard that. Thanks. Thanks for what? Asuka is cray cray, but awesome. And that's the first time I ever said cray cray. So should we call it after this last one? Call it a night? Call it a stream? Concord Clementine. I'm due for a rewatch of The Office. Me too. And it's leaving Netflix in January, just so you know. If you're a real fan, you'll have it on DVD and Blu-ray, like I do. But if you're a Netflix fan, then you have until January to watch it, and then it leaves. Ooh, yeah, Macho Man. I love Randy Savage. Randy Savage is awesome. Here's back here the Macho King, Macho Man, and then the kid-friendly Macho Man Randy Savage. Watch the transition from season 1 Michael Scott to season 2 plus Michael Scott. Yeah, there's a huge transition there, and it was definitely a concerted effort to make him more funny and more likable, because there were no redeeming qualities about him in season 1. Whew. One more polar. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. That's why I need the physical edition of PS5. Oh, so you can watch The Office? Nice. To watch West Wing. Oh, I was thinking Wings. Remember the USA show Wings? Where's The Office going? Peacock? Probably. It's NBC. Look it up and let me know. Then Projectile Vomit, Rainbows of Polar. Oh my God. I hope I don't do that. I got to get rid of this Louise Guzman search. Your piss is going to be so clear. My piss is always clear, brother. Like, I mean, we pound it. I mean, we're having a polar party here. Where's my hand? We're having a polar party here. So, of course, we're going to pound it for the camera. And when you pound it for the camera, it enhances. But normally, we pound it all day long. Yes, so clear. And fizzy. Yep. Imagine having carbonated piss. I don't want to imagine that. I don't think that would go well for any of us. I hope that never happens. Maybe, I wonder if you drink so much polar that'll happen. Brother. Huh. Yep. Very, very clear. Very clear. Yep, I'm rolling on the floor. Well, I'm not rolling on the floor, but I'm laughing. So I have a video coming up that was requested by a patron, Joey Ushak, Tony's brother, and it was kind of like a quick, should I get into comic books? Should I read? Should I collect? And where do I start? Type of thing. He requested that video by supporting the channel, so I made it. That'll be coming up soon. And of course, we're going to have, what is today? Today's Saturday. Of course, we have the comic book spec books for the week, what I think you should go buy. We have the Raw review that'll be coming up, some cool stuff. I'm also planning on doing some read-throughs of GamePro, Nintendo Power, and Wizard Magazine. So what do you guys think of that? Interested in any of those magazine read-throughs? Should I do them ASMR? All inclusive? I'm slightly exhaling out of my nose. All right. Oh, Nintendo. Yeah. I'm a Nintendo guy as long as, you know, they don't do us wrong like they did with the Wii and the Wii U. So the Switch has been phenomenal. I preach the Switch to everybody. I think it's a great, great system. All ASMR. Yes. Very nice. ASMR Ripper all the time. I agree. We'll pound to that. Increase the ripping. What do you guys have a favorite thing of the channel so far? Favorite video, favorite topic that I cover? Ripping intensifies. It's intense. Intense. Anything you don't like of the channel so far? We hit 1,200 today, by the way. That was pretty cool. It was like, I don't know, like 5 minutes before we went live, the channel hit 1,200. So that's pretty cool. How many times am I gonna say so that's pretty cool? Well, this is my first live stream join, so there's that. That's true. It's my first live stream too. I haven't done any yet. I took part in one of the Eagles News Now back in July, August, something like that. But this is the first live stream I've done. I love the ASMR, the slow motion edits, and the memes. Nice. Yeah, none of that stuff's stopping. We're going to get weird. Let's get weird, you know? Comics and games, definitely. All right. I'll do more game stuff. There just hasn't been a ton of gaming news recently. Like, it's everybody just kind of spit-taking their stuff as far as next gen and PS5 and Xbox and all. But, like, none of it's newsworthy. Like, yesterday, everybody went nuts over the fact that a PS5 demo unit is overheating in Best Buy in Michigan or something. Well, they put them in these tiny little plastic locked cases as theft deterrents, and that's cool, but of course it's going to heat up. They're modern little towers. Oh, man. Hiccups. And, of course, Yarny. Yeah. Yarny's cool. Meme Lord. I'm with Aaron. I love the gaming stuff. All right. I hear you. I got to do more gaming. You could watch me read a telephone book. Really? Do I have anything I can read? Epic Collection. Venom. Page 176. Blast. Somehow I've got to compensate for my lost spider sense. I know. I'll hit him with a spider tracer. Track that. It won't warn me of danger. How about that? How about that? I just put it away. I just put it away. Reading names and numbers all wacky like. Nice. Movies too. Spider this. Movies. Nice, Aaron. Why are we in caps on that? Lawrence or Lauren wants a review on fall holiday candles. That's an easy one. Fall, the discontinued Yankee Candle Autumn Pumpkin. Not sold anymore. Greatest scent ever. And as far as Christmas, real easy. You buy the tree one, like the one that smells like your tree, right? And everybody's going to say, oh, that's overpowering, blah, blah, blah. Just buy it. And then you buy a vanilla and you put them in close vicinity of each other. Amazing. You get your slight Christmas tree, your, that evergreen, whatever it's called, the Brachiosaurus. You get that scent, and you get the vanilla, which kind of takes it away a little bit. Oh, it's fantastic. I want to eat it. It smells so good. That's unfortunate. Cinnamon apple is my damn favorite. It's not bad it's definitely not bad. I just, I like the autumn pumpkin better. It's more fall to me. Cinnamon apple, though, can be like a fall and winter candle. You have an eggnog candle. Yeah, no thanks. Eggnog doesn't have a scent. It's just cream. It's just dairy. There's no scent to it. Not a fan. Ugh. Ugh. Lilac Pine Clean Linen. Clean linen's good. Like I like the scent of it, but I don't ever buy it. Light light Yarny on fire and see what he smells like. That's kind of mean. This guy came in. He's just trying to hang out. He feels bad about, pounding my polar. He's just hanging out. I have a lot more polars, guys, but I said we would end it with that last one. I'm just going to take it out because, again, when the camera's not on, the pounding doesn't stop. I really want to thank all of you guys for coming to this chat. I know some of you are patrons on my Patreon page. I very much appreciate it. For everybody who's not part of my Patreon, feel free to go visit that to support the channel. You get a lot of cool Zack the Ripper Comics merchandise. You can vote on what videos we have. You can decide what videos I do, which is pretty cool. You can like us on Facebook, find us on Instagram. And when I say us, I mean Yarny and I, as well as this community. It's awesome. You're going to make yourself violently ill. Hopefully not, but let's do another one. Thank you, all of you, for your super chat. I just got another one. Anthony, $5 super chat. Nice work, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just a dude who's trying to navigate 2020 and have fun while doing it. Try to navigate through an injury, not being able to work. And I've learned how much work this is, and I appreciate that. A dude beside the dude. Oh, it's for him? Go for it, dude. Yeah, the $5 was for you. You can thank him. But thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. All the money goes back into the channel from the Patreon, from the eBay store where you can buy tons of comic books. We're down to like 20 books on there right now. I've gone through a few hundred, and I'll be putting more up in the coming days. Stay tuned to that, including a Joe Biden comic book. You heard it here first, a Joe Biden comic book. It's in my hands. Well, no, it's not in my hands. It's in my possession, and it will be going up there on eBay. But thank you, guys. I very much appreciate it. For anybody that's found this video, please feel free to like it, subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of stuff around pro wrestling, comic books, and video games. I drink a lot of Polar and do a lot of burps. Good night, April. And we just have fun. Like that. Tell your friends. Hide your wives. I'll take care. I'll take care. You take care. Until next time.